That's actually not half bad.
Oh, wait, that...
At least you got my...
Nah, you got my head looking...
Well, no, but see, look, I made up for that because I tucked in the little Atlanta.
You just watched Atlanta. That don't even count.
I'm Jeff. I'm a director and video producer. Been in Brooklyn for about 8 years now. I know these guys from Virginia through some mutual friends. Today we're here painting each other and asking some questions. Nathaniel?
That's not my name. Wait, did you do your full name? I wasn't listening to you.
No, I said Jeff.
You said Jeff. Oh.
Yeah.
My name is Nate. I am a social media producer in the city. I'm also an actor and songwriter. I've been in New York for about 3.5 years now, and today we're gonna try to attempt to paint each other. I suppose we'll see how that goes. Probably not well, but
Titanic.
Yeah. Which camera? This one? My name is Richie. I am a filmmaker from Virginia area, where I've known these guys for about a decade, two of my closer friends. So this will be really interesting activity. I used to live in New York, but yeah, back to do this event. I'm really excited to talk and to paint and to see what my buddy Nate here paints me as. So.
Why you put so much bass in your voice?
It's the Karl Anthony Towns thing.
that is.
You have to like.
Why cat take a stray?
You have to punch it up a little bit.
Yeah. Not cat taking a stray, man.
My cat got it, bro.
Sorry, cat. Yeah, I'll go first.
Do it. Run it.
I guess we're not gonna use napkins or rags, right? It's just wherever goes.
Yeah. White pants either.
Yeah, not the move for sure. Not.
Oh, this would be a good one for two of us. What do you hope people feel after experiencing something you've directed?
Why'd you say for two?
Says you jumped out of the actor.
Ask it one more time.
What do you hope people feel after experiencing something you've directed? I'm sorry.
You're not. It's okay. Don't be sorry.
It's a good question.
I don't want to mess up any of the paints because I got paint on my hands.
What do I want someone to feel after they experience something I've directed? I think for me, for a long time, I feel like I've had a hard time verbally expressing myself. I've gotten a lot better about that as time has like gone on. So I think lately damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Damn.
It's been a little bit hard before it was a little bit harder to express myself verbally or just willingly. And I think that films kind of give me a way to do that and do it unapologetically. And, I think y'all both know this is kind of hard to not feel judged when you put something out. Like you're kind of just like standing somewhere, just no clothes on, people just looking at you, staring at you. Like,
all right, sure.
This is like you to your core, but that's kind of nice, you know? So
yeah,
I think that's probably my biggest thing. So I don't know what people would take from it, but I think the biggest thing is making them feel something and hoping that they feel like it's like unique to me, I guess, or my perspective, you know?
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Thanks.
Yeah, honestly, I don't want to like just straight up copy you, but I feel the same. I want somebody to feel something. Like the biggest thing is I would never want someone to watch something that I've directed and kind of just go, yeah, there you go. Like, whether you like it or dislike it or if it provokes questions or whatever the case, I just want you to be provoked, right? I want it to feel provocative in the sense that it conjured something up to where you felt compelled to like share an opinion about it or you felt deeply about it, right? Like, I think that's probably every artist goals. You want someone to like deeply connect with something, but it's subjective and we're truly making, like to your point, you're truly making it for yourself if you're the storyteller behind it. But I do think, I think as I'm getting older, I want to find ways to connect to people. I think when I first was starting to make stuff, it was like, hey, I just want to express myself and things like that. But I feel like now it's a muscle that I've gotten to use a few times. And now I genuinely just want to connect with people. I hope that it, again, conjures something up for them. Yeah, that's the main thing. And just like, yeah, inspires dialogue to some capacity. So yeah, that I would say that's the main thing. But to your point, Jeff, though, it really is at the end of the day about expression, like just purely expressing ourselves. And it's such a vulnerable thing to put yourself out there like that, but that's what makes it satisfying. Yeah.
What you think?
I forgot the question. I'm not even gonna hold it.
What do you want? How do you want people to feel, or what do you want them to think? I guess when they watch something you've directed. So like, I remember you telling me. Remember when you showed me that Russell Wilson edit that you did, but it was like a kind of a storytelling piece when you put together different things and like.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, I guess really, it's about feeling anything. Like I think, especially in this day and age, people are so desensitized to so many different feelings and experiences and emotions, and like there's a big nonchalance to the way that we carry ourselves and the way that we try to just approach communication and things like that. So I feel like just the ability to be able to feel anything, like to feel joy, to feel fear, to feel whatever the intention is behind the project. Like if somebody's fully enthralled in that, like to me that's about as much as you could ask for.
Enthralled.
Yeah.
It's a good word.
Yeah,
Good
the
word.
GED word for you right there.
Yeah.
So what?
The GED word for you.
Dictionary.com before this.
You were talking about you said something about Richie about being creative and because there's no way you can really like it's all subjective.
Yeah.
You were saying that.
Yeah, like opinions.
But
Yeah.
we're going from like sports to doing something creative because I think that was like one of the weirdest things for me is like in school. Like in school, it's like something's right or wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
With this, or even like with sports too, it's like you win or you lose. Now it's like it's just.
It's weird in that sense, but I feel like you can attest to this too, bro. But it's still a craft to it in the same way sports are kind of like a craft, right? Like you, there are some things that are objective, right? Like we can, you do breakdowns sometimes of stuff, right? Like where you'll be like, based on the way this was technically impressive, the way he filmed it, like the way they lit it, the way, like I always talk about like your stuff. Like I feel like it's like, you're a great director, of course, but I feel like you're so technically proficient and the people you work with are so technically proficient that even if someone didn't connect to the story, it's still like impressive from a craft standpoint. So in that sense, it does kind of align with sports in that way, but the end result of like a win or a loss, right? Yeah, like that's, and then, so it's whatever it means to you, right? So for us, it's like expression. That's the win inherently, But to answer your question in terms of like that transition, I think because I fully was out of sports, it was easier. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was trying to do both, like on some Zac Efron, High School Musical, like, well, I'm choosing between the two, it would have been tough. But like because
Did he not just do Zac Efron?
A little bit.
Huh?
A little bit.
I did it. Yeah, I mean, I was commit to the bit. Yeah, you gotta commit. But I mean, I'll do the full dance number. But you do the thing. You do sports and. I think the fact that it's funny because it's the project I'm working on now, which y'all know about.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I could talk about it, but I think for me, I needed to make that film for closure so that I could like close the loop and like truly step into this new journey, in a sense.
Yeah.
Cause for a while it did feel like I'm caught between these two like worlds or these two things that I love. Like these are the only two things that I've ever like truly loved. In terms of like things I like to do, like basketball and filmmaking or storytelling, right? So I kind of needed to marry the two and then let the first one go completely. So,
damn.
Yeah. But curious for you because you're like a multi-hyphenate and you make music, you like really I think you're like a comedian that's just waiting to be discovered. Like all these things. So you're doing all these things. Is it ever tough to? Or do you ever feel like one outweighing the other? Or is it just, does it all feel like expression?
Oh, that's a good question.
And I'm curious, it's crazy. I've never asked you this before. Whole ass roommate.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Where are we from? Dude, honestly, it's all expression. I don't really think I have like a. You all right?
I'm good.
I don't think I really have like a a one set way of doing things. I just kind of like open myself up to whatever I might be feeling, whatever I might be thinking, or usually a lot of times it might be like what's going on in the world, and in current climate and current discussions, things that might influence what route I want to kind of create something in. But I think it's important to always be open, to always be flexible. And even if it's not like, your primary, like maybe, you're a singer first and a director second, or you're a dancer first and a photographer third, whatever it might be, like just keeping yourself open to being able to find other ways to kind of express your message, express your art,
Right.
To communicate and kind of build a bridge with people. But I just think it's super key to just stay open to whatever hits me in that moment. It might be a movie that gets me one day, and there might be a stand-up bit that gets me one day, and just kind of being able to be nimble and balanced between the ebbs and flows of that, and seeing where I feel like what's on my heart, to how to tell a story, how to connect with somebody in that moment.
Right.
Bar.
Really, I'm glad, because I thought I was just rambling for a second. I'm
gonna break the fourth wall. Grace, this is so fire. This is dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is a dope idea.
I just picked another.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir. I picked another question. This question is, what would you say is your creative superpower in your... Oh, this is really good, actually. What would you say is your creative superpower in your creative blind spot?
Ooh. I got a phone.
Creative
I got a phone. I got a phone.
Damn. I can go for that one, because the blind spot thing is actually something that I had to be honest with myself about. So I'll start with that, and then I'll go to superpower. It's kind of one and the same, but because I didn't go to film school, I don't think any of us went to film school.
No.
But like I studied, I had like creative writing classes and everything, but I always felt a little bit of imposter syndrome from a technical standpoint, from like a craft standpoint. I keep going back with writing, directing, like all of it, acting. Like I respect the people who do it so much, like at the level that like I never felt appropriate calling myself, like even introducing myself as a filmmaker. That took a while to get to that point. Like we did this 3 years ago. I write sometimes, I don't duck my head, but like now I can say it with my chest. But because I didn't go to film school and everything like that, there was always some imposter syndrome there. And with that, I felt like, okay, I just need to like work my ass off to get to a point where I'm comfortable and things of that nature. And that led to me writing so much on my own. Like I just spent so much time just like nurturing stories by myself though. Like not in a, I don't know what y'all are geeking about, but.
No, not your answer.
Oh, okay. I know it's funny, it's fine. It's fine. But, this threw me off. What was I saying? So,
I got reps so many.
Yeah, I got a lot of reps by myself. So with that, Nate, Sherwin, all these people that I've come along with and journey that have collaborated with me in some capacity at some point, it's hard to defer for me. Like it's super hard. Like I'm not gonna lie, because I spent so much time like having to validate myself. You know what I'm saying? Like to where like now, like when I was doing Bust, I was just like, Sherwin was like, we should do it this way. I'm like, what do you like? I was like glitching.
You can see it so much in your head.
Yeah, and it's like, what do you mean the thing in my head isn't potentially the best thing?
Yeah.
And it's super selfish, and it's not, I don't think, conducive to like the best story, but it's something I'm having to like, even like editing the film, like the editor is like, I'm like, but
yeah,
okay, yeah. I mean, he's spending time with it. It's his story too now, right? So like, not to be vain or anything, but it's just because like I spent so much time with these things. So I think it's a superpower in that it gets me started. It gets the, the party started, and it gets me like, okay, we got to actualize this thing. But then like, as it's coming together, having to let go a little bit of rope. And I've noticed the more I do that, the better it tends to be, so it's certainly a blind spot, but it's something that I'm trying to, I think I'm allowing myself to continue to, again, like just let go and trust and all that good stuff.
Yeah. It's kind of cool though, because like, I don't know, your idea starts with something, right? But also it's why you bring on collaborators and
for sure,
you like trust, because like they're seeing stuff that you just never might not think about, or they're seeing stuff in the moment that's like your DP or something is like, oh, I know we wanted this framing, but did you think about this?
Right.
And it ends up being like the best shot of the day.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I think you're a great writer.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, I
thank
don't
you.
even know that now.
Thank you, sir.
But
I even remember like when I forgot how old we were, but I remember back when you were like writing articles on music, like
Right.
back,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
way
that's
back.
how we all linked.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
and I was
or
just like,
that's
yo,
why.
like the kid
Yeah.
can really write. Like he's got something to say.
Thank you.
And I think that's like the distinguishing thing about you is like the fact that you have something to say
yeah.
instead of just writing just to fill the empty spaces and the void of sound.
I'll
Like, you actually have
edit the
something to-
blushes.
Yeah, you got something to contribute.
Blushing.
What about you, Nate?
I'm pretty sure one of my creative blind spots is like drawing and painting. I think that's why Jeff was laughing.
Yeah. That's,
Oh, I guess I could see through this.
Fun fact, actually, a creative blind spot of mine is I would definitely consider my being colorblind one of them.
Oh.
As like somebody who, at least like for my day job, a lot of it involves like color grading, shooting, like, you know, photography, videography, all that jazz, all that good stuff. And then you get to editing, and then it's like, yo, what am I doing? Like, does this look right? Does this look right? Like, that's something that I feel like it doesn't allow me to really kind of have the full total control that I would like when I'm getting into that creative space, not knowing if what I'm putting out is the way I'm envisioning it in my head. So that's probably, I would say, like a more technical blind spot that I have.
how do you feel like you've been able to get around that, or like learn to work with that?
So a really good friend of mine actually helped me a lot when I was starting out in photography, but he told me that a really great trick to that would be to like start editing in black and white first, and then like just have like that way you can see where you're adjusting the light, where all the light is going, where all the shadows are going, and you can do all that without having to actually mess with the colors too intensely.
Yeah.
And then once you've done that, then you can go back and look at it in color and then see how it looks to you. And I was like, oh, this is miles better.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's this thing?
What happened?
No, I just realized there were different sizes
Oh.
of these
Bro,
brushes.
I've been spamming the same brush.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Everything,
No,
everything in wide.
I'm just making sure that it's all.
Now I'm really,
Speaking of color,
now I'm
like,
really,
whole
now I'm
thing's
really
black and white,
painting.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say that's probably one that's haunted me in recent memory the most.
Mm. What about your superpower?
Superpower, I would say. I think the fact that I am musically inclined, and that I did grow up pursuing both, like wanting to do both the acting, wanting to tell the stories, but at the same time like having that deep love for music. And like I started singing in the church in my late teen years, like just to really get that kind of vocal training and relationship and with my spirituality, and kind of blend the two. Because growing up, when the artists that like we used to listen to when we were kids, or at least that I used to listen to when I was kids, like all those voices came from the church. So for me, it was like, all right, well, that's where you got to go if you want to sound like somebody worth listening to. And it's just so that relationship that I built with music, and intertwining that with my love for film and for television, and just wanting to create and tell stories, I would say that gives me like a unique relationship between the two that most people don't have when you're just coming from the music side as a listener or a lover of music.
Facts. Yeah. I feel like on an acting tip, your superpower, I feel like, and I mean, Richie, you've worked with Nate more than I have in an acting capacity, but I feel like Nate is really good at knowing what you want to get out of a scene, and what the like what the goal is. And he's able to take like whatever your lines are in the action, and really like riff and like experiment a little bit, and he's not scared to experiment.
Yeah.
I think that's where you shine a lot too, acting.
I mean, you're a natural, bro. Like I think everyone's told you it, and I know it sounds like we're just, pumping you up, but it's true. Like if enough people say it, you should know that that's your thing. And I was, because I watch Work in Progress every now and again, and just like, but like even in that, like I was like, God, you were so like kind of scary in that joint. He was just so intense. I was like,
It's like the exact opposite.
yeah, like that's
That was
exactly.
crazy. When we were filming that, he was like, "All right, that was cool, but should I just take it a little? Can we take it a little further?"
Like take it up a notch,
you know what I mean?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So no, he's a
Because we were just sitting there to think, like, and it didn't look right. And I was like, I feel like somebody's got to escalate this a little bit for it to look good on camera. That's kind of like goes back to what I was telling Richie earlier. Like, I feel like it's important if you are an actor, like, you have to be a vessel for the director, for the story. Like, it's not about what you want to do in that moment, but what the director is trying to make happen.
Yeah.
Finding the best way to like bring that out and just allow yourself to be a vessel for that. Like you are a tool for the story.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how you get the best performance out of anybody is when they're just willing to fulfill that. Let's see what we got. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
All right. This is a good one. I'll start. Rich, I'll start with you. How do you restore your creative juices?
It's a good one. That's a really good one. Dang. How do I restore? All right, now I'm noticing the bass thing. Let's talk normal. How do I restore?
You got him inside his head, man. You got him inside.
How do I restore my creative juices? Being inspired. Like, I remember when I was living here, I had an Alamo Drafthouse subscription, so I was going to the theater every week, bro. That was great because the movies that play there are just like largely indie filmmakers or like people in the studio system that have like it'd be like a Greta Gerwig movie or a Coogler movie or something like that. So it felt like you're getting someone's creative vision. And I would go like I probably saw like 40 movies in 1 year when I like in like a time span. I remember I was like, I've never seen this many movies in theaters. So I'd always leave the theater like. And I'd be working on my own stuff, but it'd give me the juice if like I was running low, like, man, I'm just tired or I ain't got it. I'd leave the theater and just be like, nah, I want someone to feel that way about how I just felt leaving, And so that, I'm also very much, I subscribe to the Issa Rae rule of write what you know. So if I'm dealing with something, I'll literally note it down and like, I need to put this in something, or if something happens to me at the gym or at the grocery store, I'm like, this would be a good thing to include. Yeah. So it's very much inspired by life too. So I think just living and allowing ourselves to live and get older. I think I was talking to, I forget who I was talking to recently, but we were talking about like how that old adage of like, you really do need to live to continue to like make your work richer.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, so true. Because when you're like 22, 23, you're like writing, you're like, I know everything about the world. And you're like in your 30s and you're like, damn, now I got way more to say, So just allow myself to live and experience that. And again, going back to the Blind Spot thing, not trying to, just because I want to, like, I'm so passionate and like ready to tell stories, allowing it to come to me and like knowing that, hey, sometimes you might just need to sit down for 6 months and let the story come to you as opposed to, so that's something I'm learning as I get older.
Yeah.
But that's how I recharge. It's just like, trying to make sure and also just taking care of myself. I feel like when you're physically, mentally, all that stuff, when you are trying your best to take care of yourself in that way, naturally, creatively, it's healthier. At least for me, I've found. Like when I'm not getting good sleep, when I'm whatever, like stressed at work, whatever the case may be, it's tough to focus on it. Like I just, I can't even pour myself into it. So,
for sure.
Yeah.
I think for me, the biggest thing I've started to do is I just try to get outside and take walks, like break up my days and take walks.
Yeah.
And go to the gym. That's a big one. But I was watching there's this thing on YouTube and it was Basquiat talking about how to get inspired, and he said what you just said, Richie, about just experiencing life and living life. Like I feel like the times where I wasn't creative, I was just like, I think I was doing too much of trying to study, too much watching film, like learning XYZ about filmmaking and less just going outside, right?
Right.
So I think it's like little shit, bro. Like you get inspired by heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? You get inspired by someone ghosting you or doing, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff. So really just living. I think that's the big thing for me, and not putting too much pressure on myself to always creating, always.
Let me get that, man. You don't even need all that.
Because you already got it laid out.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to squeeze the whole thing. And
I'm trying to paint it.
It's a hobby of me, bro.
Because you got the ideas.
No, that's
Imitation's just a serious form of flat.
my head not that wide.
No, I know. But it was the only thing that I could actually paint.
Fair. You don't have enough room for your head, by the way. I'm sorry. Like,
oh, you gonna make him like dude from the project?
no, I need more fucking room.
Wizard Kelly is crazy.
Yo, because this new keto diet you on, whatever, your neck is just so slim now. Not like
I
no.
think recently.
I haven't also seen you in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slimmer, bro. Like you look great, but like it's just like your neck. Like now you got like a real neck, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's only 10 pounds you lost. Wow.
So I was at 12.5, now I'm at like 193.
Because I used to be like 222, but like, bro, I like being like 200, right? I think we talked about that before. Like, it's way like I don't know. I just feel like I walk around more comfortably, Being
Why you make me Caucasian?
all right, we good? Yeah. All right. Has there ever been a film that changed your perspective on filmmaking and why?
What?
There's been a lot, but the first one, because I had never seen anything like it before. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Ooh, that's a left field one.
I know. But it was just so different. Like it felt like you were in like a video game.
Yeah.
But also like, they're using like match cuts. They're using like the sounds were crazy.
Yeah.
I just never seen anything like that before. So Edgar Wright was that made him one of my favorite like directors.
That's fire.
From that film.
Nate?
Has to be a film.
Man, you're the movie buff. You probably
I know, but that's why it's like
Fox is crazy.
it's tough to even think about like specifically film because miniseries like the way they've exploded in the last like 10, 15 years. I'm gonna say probably I have to go classic, man, and you already know what direction I'm going with this, but the original Karate Kid for me, it's something that it doesn't do like it does exactly what it's supposed to do, just like in its simplicity very well. It gives you what you're looking for, what you're feeling. The way they set up every composition, every frame, it's beautifully shot. The score is phenomenal. The story that's told, it's hard to not root for an underdog. I think I'm always just pick Karate Kid because to me that's just like the archetype of like the feel good summer movie.
Are they coming out with a new one?
They are.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's actually I'm pretty sure it's out in theaters right now.
It's crazy. You didn't invite me to go watch it.
I didn't go see it yet.
I know. I'm saying you.
I damn sure ain't gonna invite you now.
Didn't plan a date.
No, for sure not now.
Anyway, it's insane.
I think, man, it's tough. Like you said, it's just too many movies.
Yeah, what are you even supposed to do with that?
Probably because I rewatched it recently. It was Do the Right Thing.
Fair.
Yeah.
I just like talking about having something to say, but making something enjoyable. Like, it's just so good. Like, it's one of those movies that if you don't watch it in a while, you kind of forget how good it is.
Yeah.
But like, being limited to kind of like one location in Bed-Stuy or like limited to like the film technology at the time, but still making something that like I don't think anyone today could make. And it's the same for all those older movies. Is to me just movies, so impressive, man. Like, so yeah, that's one. It's just an impressive, like, from a craft standpoint, story standpoint, and then for him to fit in all the themes that he was trying to talk about in there, like, it's something where I definitely want to continue to like revisit it as much as I can. But yeah, Spike's a master, obviously. So.
Yeah.
What was your favorite scene in that movie?
Probably right before they destroy the Sal's Pizzeria, because you see you probably saw this video, but you see like it's the first time you learn about what's it called, like a Dutch angle.
Oh, like a Dutch
yeah, like where you see like the power shift, and I was just like, it's so fire though, like the way that what I'm saying. So it is, that's the most fun, and it's just like such an intense scene, and yeah, man, Radio Raheem, R.I.P. the GOAT.
R.I.P. the GOAT.
All right, I got another one.
Cool.
How do you implement your real life into your work or craft?
Who's that for?
All three of us.
How do you implement your real life?
Was it Kelly, y'all?
Implement my real life. I mean, I think, for me at least, when we're talking about music and writing music, Richie, you said something earlier about how you have to have more lived experiences. You have to inspire your art and to inspire your work. So without feeling like love, without feeling heartbreak, without feeling fear, it's hard to really translate that to dialogue for a script, to translate that to like, a melody or a harmony or a bridge or a verse or whatever it might be, or a picture. So I think that the best way that I try to take that and translate it would be take notes from other goats. Like take notes from the way other people have translated their pain on screen, and then find a way that yours fits. Like what's the unique way that you want to take a spin on how to tell your story? And if not, then maybe it's just kind of like a collective amalgamation to like a tribute to all of those goats that have taught you. And then that becomes its own thing, kind of like how Stranger Things was a love letter to 80s sci-fi. Like you can kind of make the way that you take those experiences, just make it like a general tribute to those who came before you.
Fire. I'll just go off like a music video we did recently. I was trying to figure out how to make things less like straightforward and just more like just tapping into like feelings and how like an experience made you feel, right? And like there was one point where I was talking to this girl and I just hadn't seen her in a while and it was pretty like fresh. So we just kind of made this scene where it was like, you know, we were in this person's like head because it was like how I was feeling. So I was like, all right, I miss her. Like I kind of miss the way she, you know, like us like touching, things like that. Like, just like kind of the idea and the anticipation, right? So it's like, how do you translate that onto the screen? So kind of just like abstractly, it was a lot of like, you know, hands kind of caressing arms and like, like that, like a lot of like fast cuts. Like,
this is a Swavey video?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that joint. Yeah.
Really trying to just capture the feeling and less of like a direct translation and more of like, how do you just show the feeling? So I think incorporating like the color, like the purple color, that was like a fantasy, right? Like made you feel like you're kind of in a fantasy. The strobes kind of made you feel like it was like this sort of like ecstasy kind of feeling. And then a lot of the close-up stuff were just like anticipatory like moments.
This ain't right.
This
ain't right.
Bro,
I tried so hard. It's there, but the NY, I can't do the NY. The NY. I try to do.
What about you, Richie?
Sorry, one more time. What's the question?
It is, how do you implement your real life into your work or craft?
Oh, yeah, that's what we talking about. Like, it's all from my real. Like, I really feel like an open book when I make stuff. Like between Mondays and, but I just like, what am I going through right now? What phase in life? I guess bus is like having to take more of a look back at like a past thing of mine. But I try to be as honest with like what I'm going through as possible. Like I said, like if something happens, I literally jot it down in my notes. If I want to have a conversation that for whatever reason I can't have, I'll try to formulate it within the script. Cause it's like we were talking about, to kind of bring this whole thing full circle, is how we express ourselves. So for me, it's, I try to implement it almost doesn't feel honest to me. And that's why it's really hard for me to work on stuff that I don't believe in, or like, cause it does a lot of times if it's not drawing from something, you know, then I'm just like, I can contribute to it, but it's just like, it doesn't really speak to me, you know? So that's really it, is, trying to have, as much of like what feels real to me, which again is my life and other things around it, of course, in the work. I'm sorry.
I
tried.
Well, that's actually not half bad.
Oh, wait, that.
At least you got my.
Nah, you got my head looking.
Well, no, but see, look, I made up for that because I tucked in a little Atlanta in the quarter.
Why am I?
You just watched Atlanta. That don't even count.
Why am I head so squishy?
But I didn't portray it, but look how cool he looks.
Yo, he got me looking like Mojo Jojo, bro. That's the evil villain. That is
the coolest.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. We talk about creative blind spots. This is one of mine. This is not mine.
Yeah. Between like Mojo Jojo and like Warrior.
Yeah, everybody. Here, let me.
Yeah, it's not bad. I like this.
It's not bad? Okay.
Yeah.
I do understand.
I feel like it's kind of like, it kind of looks like, you know.
Oh, is that a beard, bro?
I just cut the head off. I just cut the head off.
You real for that one.
I don't even have a beard right now. I just have a goatee. What did you have a beard for?
Man. It was
it's fun though.
Like feel like you have a full beard.
See, that's love. I even put the camera in there.
Yeah, you did. You did.
It's not my fault that I
did. You drew me almost hitting my head. I feel like that was good.
It's actually pretty.
That's not
it's decent. Yeah, I took too long, and I should have drew it.